What's up guys, Shockwave640 here, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers Combiner Wars Brawl. And so here is Brawl and of course his tank mode, but before we take a look at that, let's actually get the size comparisons out of the way, shall we? As usual. So first we're bringing in Combiner Wars Sunstreaker, which honestly I hate this thing. The car mode is cool, which is why I have it in car mode, but robot mode's crappy, but I'll get into that whenever I actually get to the review. But obviously a tank would be much bigger than this car, but what the heck, I mean, it's Transformers. If they wanted to make this guy a proper limb, they had to make him scale down to match with the cars and the helicopters and the airplanes and stuff. So once again, I do hate this guy. It's a piece of crap. I mean, nothing stays together, and the thing's junk. Don't buy this. Don't buy this. If you can buy something better than this, do it. If you just at least buy the dead end mold and repaint that. This thing's crap. Don't buy it. I hate it. I only bought it for the car mode. And because I wanted all the members for Optimus, what's his face? I don't even know what the combiner's name is, but you know who I'm talking about. But so getting that out of the way, here's Combiner Wars Shockwave. So there is that. They're actually almost the same size if you don't count that cannon. Yeah, so they're pretty much the same size lengthwise. This is a Deluxe and this is a Legends or Legion or whatever it is. I still can't even remember what they are. But here's Combiner Wars Mirage for the robot mode comparison. Obviously the Mirage will be a little bit taller just because he is in robot mode. And then here we have the super deformed Winning Gundam. So there is that. Let me actually stand on its back this time. It is pretty much the same height. The only difference here is the cannon makes it a little bit taller. I'm sorry if you see like a flashing on the screen. It's my camera being stupid. I guess it's the lighting in here. I don't know. My light bulb might be getting ready to go out. So if you see that, what am I doing? If you see that, please excuse it. I can't really help it right now. But oh, and then here it is with my Lego Bruticus mock that I reviewed for the 50 subscriber special. So they're pretty much the same size as well, because this is pretty much a Legends or Commander sized mock. So let's get down and look at the details. So just taking this off, which simply pegs into that port using this post, which does fold down whenever you're not using it. And then this is the hand-foot gun, of course. You don't have to have it pegged on there. I think it actually looks better without it, but I just decided to show that off. The nice details are on this. I do love the way that his hand-foot gun looks. Really cool hand-foot gun. And get in here, take a look at the actual tank. Really nice molded and details all over the place, but only some of them are painted. Like a little bit over here, back where his feet are. The gray treads, which actually do carry on the front, and also on the back, which is surprising. And even on the bottom. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they actually even bothered painting the ones on the bottom. And not painting over his fists or anything. So, kudos to Hasbro. Does have the black cannon, which can go up and down. It is kind of like on a hinge thing, but actually, in reality, the tank cannon wouldn't be going up right there. It would be going up at that part right there, I think. I think I might be correct. I don't really know. And it doesn't really stay up. It kind of, it kind of falls back down. But I can't remember if I already said this, but then there's the nice Decepticon logos there, which are just tampographs, so they're not stickers or anything. And on mine, they are crooked, as you can see there. This one's a little bit more farther forward than that one, but oh well. But yeah, the tank turret doesn't move. I'm pretty sure they could have fit something in there to where it did, but it would have been too much work, and that came undone. But yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. The cannon does come off for robot mode, and I guess for some odd reason you could put it on the side or on the back, or they could do something weird at the tank, so they're really supposed to be right here. And this actually goes in a special way. At first I just thought, oh yeah, and if you don't have the cannon there, it does have visible head syndrome right there. At first I just thought that this post here just actually fit right into that slot, but no, it actually, you see that peg right there. There's one on either side, which actually clip right into these holes. So that actually gives it the little hinge movement that it had. I just thought that was because the post was loose and it allowed the tank cannon to move up and down. But no, that's actually what they meant to happen. So that's pretty cool. Also, kudos to Hasbro for that. But let's get to transforming him into his foot mode. And to go into foot mode, you just unclip this back section here, fold that up, grab the tank cannon, or the tank turret section, fold that up on that double hinge, and then it'll tab in there using those two tabs, like so. It'll go in like that, set them to the side, bring in the hand foot gun, fold out the thumb, and it will plug into that port. You should already know how this works by now. Just like, whoop, where'd it go? There it is. Just like that. Why is this not working? Why does this always happen? If you guys haven't noticed yet, but things love to break in the middle of my reviews. What is up with that, huh? It seems to be kind of a trend for my videos. When the camera's on, things like to break. But, so yeah, there's the Bruticus's foot mode, because this is a part of Bruticus, of course. So this is Bruticus's foot. I do like the foot. It is a nice foot mode. The only parts I don't like about it is how thin it is, but that's why they kind of have this part here to make it bulky and to actually make it match up with another foot mode. And just also these feet, all these feet are way too small. They'll work good as hands, but as feet they're just too small, so it kind of looks weird. But going into his arm mode, you just actually want to bring that back up. Open these sections here. Actually, get that hand out of the way. You want to open these sections, bring them out, and then it'll groove right into that section, line it all up, push it, and that came undone. And then do the same on the other side, like so. Boom, there you go. And then it's easier if you keep the legs untapped because they're going to come untapped anyways, but you want to do that, and then you want to take these arms, unpeg them. They were pegged in to that post right there, and then they will go into that post right there, which you just saw that align, like so. They will go like that, and then you want to come here. Oh yeah, and then for the leg, you want to fold up the combiner peg. I didn't do it, but because I forgot, but oh well. And then you want to bring that up like that, I do believe is how it goes. And then you like rotate his forearm. I don't really know how to transform this arm mode. It's a weird arm mode. It's kind of strange. I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, this is how you do it. That goes like this, I think. Like I said, I don't know how to transform this into its arm mode. I'm just kind of going off of what I remember on the instructions. I think that this was supposed to go back. I don't really know. I don't care. The arm mode is stupid anyways. Who cares? If you really want to see what it looks like, then just look it up somewhere. But sorry about that. So let's just get him back into his tank mode, I guess, or his foot mode, or whatever mode he was in before this. Just fold all this stuff back down. Hold that back in. And then for the tank mode, this would have been like that and just collapsed it. I don't feel like doing it because then you have to do the stupid thing with the legs again, which gets kind of annoying after a while, but so let's just get to transforming him to robot mode. You swing this section down, you rotate it at the waist joint, and then I actually have the fixed version of this figure. At first, this literally just sat there and just flopped around, so that's one of the reasons why this figure got so much hate. What Hasbro actually did is they kind of went in and edited the section a little bit. They didn't make it good, but they actually fixed it. So you actually just kind of accordion that back, and if you push this, you can feel, you can't hear it, but you can feel it clips into place, and that stops that from wiggling. That's not coming undone, and then now it finally came undone. So you can just sit there and you can give it a good shaking, and then it'll come undone eventually. So that's a great improvement. I like that. I don't know if the original Brawl had it because I don't have the original Brawl. I should say original, but the original the original release for the Combiner Wars Brawl. I don't know if he had that, but this one does. So yeah, so I do like that fix. You just bring the cannon up like so to kind of get it out of the way. Unpeg these arms, fold them down. Unpeg that arm, fold it down. Come here where the hands are. Untab them, swing them forward. Untab them on the other side, swing them forward, bring this entire section back, and then grab that post, or that little thing right there, and bring his head up until it clicks, and then get them all situated. And here we have Combiner Wars Brawl in his robot mode, and I do really like this robot mode. So many people hate it just because how much gappage is going on right here, but if you look at it from the front, you ain't gonna see it. Who displays their figures on the shelf facing sideways? And you really can't even see it. His arms are gonna be blocking the way anyways, unless you like to have all of your toys standing perfectly straight like this, but you're still not really gonna see it because his arms and stuff been perfectly with it. Brawl has always been known for having a huge oversized chest anyways, so if you guys are one of the guys that complain about this Combiner Wars Brawl being the worst Combiner Wars figure, you don't own this guy. So yeah, that's just my opinion though. Everybody's got different opinions. I think that this is probably one of my favorite ones. And no, I'm not being biased. I actually don't really... I like the Brawl character. I'm not a big, huge fan of him, but I do like him. So I'm not biasing this off of me just liking the character, because he was more biased off of anything, because I love Shockwave and I love that toy. So and also the tank cannon does come off and become his weapon. You can either plug it into his hands and he can hold it as like a small rifle or very long pistol, but what I like to do is I like to peg it into these side ports because I like it as an like a side-mounted arm cannon. I just think it looks cooler. Or you can just leave it on his back as a typical G1 Brawl look, and then you can make him hold his hand-foot gun, which the hand-foot gun actually does have storage for robot mode. You turn him around, and then you basically just utilize this same little gimmick thing for the weapon storage in tank mode, and then you just put that right there, and it makes his backpack a little bit bigger, but standing is not a problem. He still stands perfectly fine because he's got some giant feet. So yeah, so while we're just standing here and doing absolutely nothing, let's take a look at some size comparisons again. So bringing back in Sunstreaker while I have him at the side, closing that up because he doesn't stay together. And so they're pretty much the same height, of course, as you would expect. So yeah, you can pretty much expect what to see from that. There it is with Combiner Wars Shockwave, obviously going to be bigger. And yes, this guy can hold Shockwave as a gun because they do have that typical peg. But I actually don't know if he might be able to. His hands might be a little bit too big at the front, but he might be able to. There might be enough room inside that grip there. Bringing back in Lego Bruticus. He is now bigger than Bruticus, as you would expect. But I think they still look cool. So, setting up Bruticus. Bringing back in Mirage as his neck breaks. So yeah, they're pretty much the same size. Mirage is a little bit taller if he was standing straight up, but that's supposed to have him on my shelf, so I don't want it to get him out of the pose because that's the only way he fits on my shelf. And then there it is with the Winning Gundam, and obviously going to be way taller because the Winning Gundam is a super deformed Gundam model, so it's going to be smaller either way. Oh, that was a lot of words to say. But so just let's removing his gun here real quick, and let's take a look at the details. Very, very cool head. I do like his head. I do like, he's got like a weird hourglass thing kind of going on right there on his forehead, if it'll focus. There he goes. So it's got a nice metallic-y look to it. Very, very shiny, very cool. Also noticed something about this head. Very Gundam-like. That little square right there kind of looks like it'd be for the back of the head camera. And that little inner triangle shape, it kind of looks like it'd be for a forehead camera. Bringing in the Winning Gundam's head real quick, which just popped off. So you can see there's the forehead camera, and then this is technically the back of the head camera. Really falling apart. Yeah, she's falling apart on me. She's also one of my first models, so her review is going to be a doozy. Her review won't be fun. Well, it'll be fun because I like reviewing these toys for you guys, but it won't be fun because she's falling apart in my hands. Come here. Come here. Come here. There she goes. Sorry about that. I forgot her head was turned, so the piece didn't align properly. But ignoring that, and his waist came undone. Ignoring that, but yeah. So he's got nice red eyes. I think his mouth plate looks a little bit too big, or his eyes. There's something about his head looks a little bit off proportion to me. He's got a cool head, but something about it that seems a little bit off. He's got a really nice tiny Decepticon logo right there. These random blue bits, but I have no idea what they're for. They kind of look like stickers, but no, they're actually painted on there. The same kind of crotch as the head with a little bit of red accents. I think that actually might be just the color of the plastic. I'm not entirely sure because it's like it's even in the back and crevices and everything. So I honestly have no idea. And he's got like these weird guns right here on his chest. I think they're guns. And then of course all the tread details and stuff do carry over. He's got nice details on the elbow and on his fist there, and kind of strange looking here on the inside, but there's molded details. Nice looking legs there, and then the details and stuff all carry on. And there's even some details under there, but that's because of the foot mode. So yeah, this guy's got the details and he knows how to use them. He's not afraid to use his details on you to overpower you to buy him from Walmart, which is where I bought mine. So yeah, really cool figure. I do like him. Now articulation, his head is on a swivel. It technically looks up due to the transformation, but when you start looking up, then his head just kind of falls back in there, kind of like he's falling asleep. He's kind of like squirrel. So yeah, why not? Sure, it can happen. Things do what they want to do. But yeah, continuing on to the review, because that was a strange moment of awkwardness that should have never been revealed on the internet. His shoulders can shrug due to transformation. They do swivel all over the place because there's a swivel there, and then there's also that same, technically ratchet joint, because it kind of has like a few locking points. I wish it was on a ball joint, but oh well. Ball jointed elbow, and then there's that hinge, not swivel. There's a hinge there for transformation, which can be used as a secondary, kind of technically elbow. Oh yeah, another issue I have with him is how small his forearm is. That's a really small forearm. It's a little bit too small for my taste, but oh well. He does have the waist swivel, of course, like all these figures have. You got the ball jointed hips, like all of them have. Swivel, like all of them have. These pretty much got the same articulation that all of them had. And then, whoa, without ripping his foot off. And then there is a 90-degree bend at the knee. And then his foot does pivot ever so slightly. And then technically, I guess you could say that all of this is a joint. If you can do a pose with whatever the heck is happening there, you are amazing and you're cool. So yeah, getting him all back aligned properly, setting him right there, putting his gun in his hand for my final verdict, like so. Like so. Oh, and then obviously, I guess you could technically raise this up and it could be like an overhead gun if you wanted to. So that is an ability, and that's a thing he can do when he wants to do it, as he wants to do it. So yeah. So there is Combiner Wars Brawl. I really, really like this guy. I honestly don't know why so many people are hating him. I'm guessing it is obviously because of the waist issue that he had there. But other than that, I'd say he's an amazing figure. There's really nothing else that I have to nitpick about him. Obviously he's got a little bit of hollowness, but name one Combiner Wars figure that doesn't have that. Exactly. All of them have it. They're all hollow. This is just the way Hasbro's doing their deluxes now. It's how they save money on plastic. They have to make things hollow. This guy knows all about it. This guy even knows about it. I mean, look at all the hollowness on the back of his legs. It's the prices of. If you really, really honestly want to know the reason why these figures are getting worse and worse with more hollow bits, it's the petroleum costs for making plastic. It's getting more expensive. They had to cut down on the plastic uses, so they don't have the money to fill in all that stuff to make all of you people happy. So you're just going to have to deal with the fact that that's the way that the economy works, and blah, 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 politics, and blah, 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 government, Donald Trump, who cares? But yeah, so that is that. And I say that this is a great toy. I say that you should go buy it. I say ignore what everybody else says. Buy it. Try it out for yourself. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it and you bought it, then woo. If you like it and you don't buy it, then well, you wasted your money, I guess. But I didn't waste my money. I know that I got a great deal on this guy. So, oh, as always, I say it's your opinion and do whatever the heck you want to. It's your money, your toys, your collection. Display them as you will. So that was it for my review for the Transformers Combiner Wars Brawl. And I'll be seeing you later, my little Logicons. So, peace.